Welcome back. Right back to our top story this half an hour, reflecting on the financial crisis 10 years later. I sat down exclusively with former Treasury Secretary Hank Paulson this week for his take on how close we came to a second Great Depression 10 years ago, why he believes the economy is in a much better place today. Watch.
Well, obviously, our economy is quite strong today. The financial system is better regulated, better capitalized. So there's a lot to be grateful for. But really, the enemy is forgetting, because, you know, the crisis placed a very heavy burden on many Americans, particularly those with modest incomes, or at least able to bear it. So I think we don't want to forget where we were, and I think we also need to recognize how much worse it might have been.
Are there days or instances, issues that you remember to be, that was the telltale sign?
Well, the crisis really began in August of 2007, and it had been grinding on for a long time before we saw the Bear Stearns failure. But there had been a lot that had happened up until that time. And I would say that there were many, many tense moments that I underestimated the extent of what we're dealing with, really every step of the way, right up until we got the TARP authorities from Congress. When I think of the tense moments, you know, there were plenty of them. You know, there was when we knew Lehman was going down. There was the first time the Congress voted down the TARP. There was the time when the money markets were imploding and commercial paper funding was drying up for so many major industrial companies. It was a tense time, but we, you know, I think we can look back on it and while recognizing how difficult it's been for so many Americans, recognize it could have been far worse, because we were very close, very, very close to a real economic catastrophe that could have rivaled the Great Depression.
I mean, in your head, were you thinking food lines, depression?
Yeah. Well, you know, when you talk about fear, you know, during the day we were just too busy to be afraid. But I can think of times waking up in the middle of the night and saying, with our financial system as concentrated as it is, with money moving with the speed of light around the world, with so much of the financial system now outside of our regulatory system, the financial system had outgrown the regulatory system. We didn't have the powers we needed to deal with it. And I was saying, if we have another financial institution go down and we have a major meltdown, I don't know how we'll ever put this thing back together again. And that's when I saw food lines and, you know, and massive, massive unemployment. But I think the lesson, which we never should forget, is how problematic it is to let a financial system outgrow the regulatory system.
Look at our regulatory environment today. Is it fixed? Do we still have a regulatory environment that's not keeping pace with the actual industry?
Well, I would choose to say that it's much better, much, much better, because the banking system is much better regulated, better capitalized. The regulators have a much better understanding of risk, and the systemically important institutions now all have a common regulator. Now, we don't have a perfect regulatory system. You know, it's still balkanized. We still have 4 different regulators, you know, competing with each other.
Even though regulations have been rolled back.
Even though the regulations have been rolled back. So we still have, for instance, explain to me why we should have the SEC and the CFTC both regulating security markets. You know, why should we separate the futures markets from the cash markets? Explain to me why we need the number of safety and soundness regulators we still have. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot better.